Good morning. Happy Friday. It is January 3rd, and I am running way behind because this current energy is messing with my head. The moon is now in Pisces. Venus is now in Pisces. We have 4 planets in Pisces. The sun is being ruled by Saturn, which is in Pisces. It will move into a sextile with Saturn tomorrow. And Uranus in Taurus is being ruled by Venus in Pisces. This is a really great time to work on your connection with spirit, listen to your intuition, learn how to trust your intuition. It's a really great time to do that emotional work, and work on your emotional boundaries, your spiritual boundaries, and a good time to put in the work for whatever it is that you're trying to build for yourself. It's like making your dreams a reality type of energy, right? So really great time to think about that moving forward as well. Now, Mars is moving into a trine with the North Node on Sunday afternoon. The moon moves into Aries, where it's going to make a conjunction to the North Node and, a trine to Mars. Things could get spicy Sunday afternoon, sorry. We do have things happening here in the United States, both today and Monday. Things could get very interesting over the weekend because of that. This energy of Pisces, such strong Pisces energy in the air, can lead to folks getting a little delusional and a little manipulative and sneaky and things of that nature. Like in the world around us, oftentimes you'll see these energies play out in the uglier ways because people don't believe in self-awareness and inner work. It's human nature. So it does take that conscious effort to make sure that you're using it in a positive way. Things could get quite intriguing over the weekend. It's already been intense. That Mars-Pluto opposition is still in play. It's not, they're actually still at 1 degree right at this moment. So that intensity is still there. Okay, so just keep that in mind as we go through the weekend. Make sure that you're working on your intuition. You're listening to your intuition, your spirit guides, whatever you're calling it, as you're moving forward. So, and I feel like I should say this too. The things that you start hearing from your intuition, from spirit, God, whatever, these could very well go against societal norms and dogma, things like that you've been taught your whole life. If that is the case, make sure that you're taking the time to sit with that and work through it and ask yourself why it feels so uncomfortable to you. That Uranus in Taurus is making us uncomfortable in our beliefs. It is that great awakener energy in a place that wants to just keep everything the same. So you will likely feel uncomfortable. I personally am very much struggling with some of the things that I'm getting these aha moments on because it is taking me way outside of my comfort zone and I don't even know what to do with it. So if that is the case, make sure that you're taking the time to listen to it and not just dismissing it, okay? Excuse me. Energy of the weekend is the Two of Swords. This is that crossroads energy. You've got to make a decision and you're going to have to lean on your intuition to do it. You're not going to be able to see that path forward super clearly, okay? You've got to listen to what your gut is telling you. What we are focusing on is the Ace of Pentacles, planting that seed for that stable future, okay? But again, we've got to be able to listen to our intuition in order to do this, in order to guide us to where we need to plant that seed. It doesn't have to sound practical. Again, that Saturn, the Sun in Capricorn and Saturn in Pisces, and that sextile they're going to make tomorrow, that is very much making your dreams into a reality. If planting that seed sounds ridiculous, do it anyway, okay? What we're avoiding is the Hangman. Now, I am actually reading this very much as don't try to look at everything from different perspectives all the time. Really just listen to your intuition. Let it flow and learn how to trust it. Don't hear it and then go, well, but, and try to look at it from a different perspective, okay? This actually kind of goes along with the whole South Node and Libra thing where, we don't need to be playing devil's advocate all the time, right? You don't always need to be out here going, well, but what about this? And what about this? Just listen to your intuition and let it guide you. Don't try to pull back from that and try to explain it away or talk yourself out of it, okay? Bottom of the deck is Knight of Swords. So there's this, like, since this past summer, since Jupiter has moved into Gemini, we have been incredibly bombarded with contradictory information, confusing information, very like distraction type of energy where everything is very surface level and you can't really seem to find anything deeper than what's out there on the surface. And it's just been really confusing for about 6 months. And honestly, we got another almost 6 months of that still to go. So really, we're right at 6 months left to go. So really think about that today or over the weekend, this just constant bombardment of information that just doesn't make sense, and it's always changing, and it's very confusing, and it's very distracting, okay? I know me personally, over these last couple of days, I have been saving every video that I come across about New Orleans and Vegas because I didn't do that with our friend Mario's brother in New York. And as the information kept changing and getting more and more confusing, I was like, wait, didn't they just say this yesterday? And I didn't have the proof to go back to. Like, I've been struggling with the fact that it's constantly changing information that contradicts each other greatly, okay? So really, we've got to pull ourselves out of that. We've got to realize that we are just being bombarded with too much, and we've got to start listening to our intuition instead of listening to all of that information coming in. When it comes in, you've got to listen to your gut and let it guide you through that information, okay? And just to keep kind of reiterating this, things are going to continue to get more and more wild as we go further into the year. Really make sure that you're taking care of yourself, you're finding what you need, and you're living your life in your way. And not really, I don't want to say don't worry about what's going on out there, because we do need to do that, but don't allow it to keep you in a place where you stay stuck, okay? Keep moving forward for yourself. Keep living your life in your way. And just, it's very much a let go and let God kind of energy that we're moving into, okay? Clarifiers for Two of Swords here. Oh, there we have Two of Wands, making that decision to move forward with something that you are passionate about, something that is for you, okay? And again, having to listen to your intuition and take your logical brain out of it for a minute, okay? One more, please. Oh, nope, that was a lot more. We're not doing that. One more, please. It's like there. Oh, I guess we get 3 more. Ooh, I actually like this one. Okay. Two of Wands, making that decision to move forward into the things that you're passionate about, the things that you've been like kind of keeping in your head, keeping to yourself. You've been like, a lot of times we sit and think about what we want and what we need a lot, and we never do it, right? We just stay in this mental prison. We keep it locked in that little box in the back of our head. But we need to move forward for the things that give us our own sense of abundance. Again, abundance is not always money. And you've got to make that decision of what does abundance mean to you. So really making that decision to go towards the things that light you up. Even if it could be uncomfortable. It's something that you've been keeping in your head for a long time and you've been afraid to go after. Maybe it's just time to do that, okay? Clarifiers for the Ace of Pentacles, please. We've got 8 of Pentacles, going back to the drawing board, putting in the work type of energy. And the Ace of Wands, again, that new sense of passion and drive and those things that really light you up. Really pay attention to where you're being guided and the things that really light you up over this weekend, okay? Clarifiers for the Hanged Man. And we've got Temperance. And one more, please. In the Tower. Right. Again, we don't want to play devil's advocate. We don't want to sit here and go, well, what about this? And what if you look at it from this direction? We don't want to do that, right? Things are getting wild in the world. You need to find your balance. Work on yourself. Learn how to transmute that difficult energy, the hard things that you've been through, into something productive that really lights you up and keeps you going. I know that I've sounded a little fear-mongery lately, and it's not really my intent here. My intent is more, things are going to get rough in the world around us. And as much as I know everybody a lot of people in the spiritual community want to sit here and say, oh, we're all going to be fine. If you're spiritual, you're going to be fine. That's just not true. It's not reality. So this is what I was hearing this morning, is to make sure that I'm putting it out there that live your life like today is your last day. Do the things that light you up. Find your own space of healing. Find your own peace. Find your own sense of comfort and abundance. Who cares what the rest of the world thinks? Because the rest of the world's falling apart. Take care of you right now. Make sure that you're in a good place. Sometimes things have to fall apart in order for you to find that. Sometimes you've got to just face the reality of things in order to find your peace, even if that reality is ugly, okay? Bottom of the deck is the sun. Finding that thing that lights you up. That is very much like the energy that I'm getting, as far as, again, we've got these personal planet retrogrades that are happening well into April, and doing that inner work, thinking to yourself, what makes me happy? Where do I need to be? Listening to your intuition and allowing it to guide you into that space, because that is really kind of like the theme going forward. You can't control what's going on out there, but you can control what's going on in you and your space, okay? Make sure that you're doing the best that you can with that, and you are finding your best space for you within that.